What's up? This is Frank Kellogg here from Kellogg Fitness. I'm going to show you guys a little warm-up that I divide into 3 parts. It's a activation, mobility, and dynamic sequence. It's more so just for overall mobility. So I'm going to back up here and show you guys that. So first move is this hip rock. So I have my feet close, my knees kind of splayed out, and I'm rocking back and forth through my comfortable range of motion. And I'll show a few reps facing you and then a few reps facing sideways so you can see the sideways motion. Just rocking back and forth. Okay, next one will be similar movement, but taking one leg out to the side. Okay, staying braced in my core, even stance in the hands, rocking back and forth, making sure not to get too much extension in my back. You're going to feel this inside hip, hamstring. From the side, I'll show you this way. Once again, you see my back staying nice and flat. I'm not going too far out. Just sitting back, getting that stretch in. Good to get you warmed up for squats and lunges. Okay. Next move is going to be a 90-90 stretch. So I'm sitting here, back up a little bit. One leg at 90 degrees, facing up. Other leg at 90 degrees, knee facing down. So I look like a box pretty much. Just going to lean, hold that for about 10 seconds. Nice deep stretch and breath. Turn and face the other way, just kind of flipping my legs like windshield wipers. All right, I'm coming this way. Good, next stretch, we're just gonna get a little quad pull. So pretty much you're gonna have one knee up, okay? If you wanna get a yoga block or a mat or something to put on this knee, you can, because what you will do is you will lean forward and you'll grab your foot to stretch the quad out, okay? Just holding that just like this. Now if this is difficult, we don't have that range, you can get the strap underneath the shin. You'll kind of have to go like this, right? And then I can kind of get that same motion with a little more stability, right? Using the band. Just a little modification if you need it. Again, putting a mat under the knee. Okay, showing you from this angle. All right. I want to keep my hips square, so I'm doing the same stretch facing you. So I'm going to grab that foot. I don't want a lot of twisting in my back. Facing, chest is tall. Good stuff. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get called an egg roll. So 2 ways to do this. Again, you want a mat on the ground, so soft for your back. Just kind of rolling back and forwards, just like this. Again, that's good for your spine. As long as you're on a like a soft ground. It's good to get a little bit of that flexion up here in the thoracic spine. And modification is you can kind of hug the knees in like this. All right, getting a little bit of that same pattern without the rocking, so much of the rocking. Next move we're gonna do a banded leg lower. So we get in the resistance band. It's not really a resistance band, it's just a strap. You can use a resistance band. Holding one foot up. Now, as you hold this foot up, this other leg is going to rise up to meet it 5 times, all right? Just going 5 times, keep your core braced. Good, then we're going to change my angle a little bit so you can see from the other side. I'm kind of taking the straps and really kind of holding the leg back. I'll bring the other foot up to meet it. Once again, that's good for hip specific flexion and extension. Okay, so next move we're gonna do, again, just for a little activation, we're just gonna do some basic glute bridges here. So I'm here like this, okay, pulling my toes up, not having my feet too close, kind of extending them out. Palms are up, bridging my glutes up, coming back down. Want to move from my glute muscles. Okay, I don't want too much lower back here. You might get a little bit of hamstring. All right, if you start getting good at that, we go single leg. So I'm going to show you from the front. Okay, from here, I'm going single leg, making sure I'm not dropping as I do my single leg. That's an exaggeration, but just coming up and down. Again, 5 to 8 times each leg. Just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and move into this quadruped position, which we're gonna be here for a lot of the workouts. We're gonna get this thing called an arm thread. So we're going to take our hand out to the side, show you from sideways first. Hand out to the side, rotating it in, and then up, just like that. Again, getting that transverse movement in the thoracic spine, which is basically your rib cage rotation, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you from the side angle. Again, I'm kind of threading it through. You may feel a little bit of sway in your hips and lower back. You're just going to try to anchor that down and not have too much of that. Good stuff. All right. Next move we're going to do is going to be called a Spiderman Stretch. So we're basically going to be like in a push-up position. All right, so I'm going to show you from the side. All right. So I get in this push-up position, bring my right foot up, and then the right hand opens up. And we come down, switch it up. Overall, good movement, good warm-up movement. All right. You can also just do this with the one knee staying on the ground too. So the knee can stay on the ground. You can open up. Just like that. All right. Next move we're gonna do is called a Birddog. So it's opposite leg and opposite arm moving at the same time. So I'm gonna show you from this side first. So again, I'm staying in this quadruped position. I'm gonna go right hand extends out, left leg extends back. I'm trying to get as flat in my back as possible. All right, not a lot of arching, all right? Keeping everything neutral. I'm gonna bring the elbow towards the knee and then go back out. So that's one. You're gonna do 5 of these, all right? So just coming in, coming out. And then we're gonna switch to the other side, showing you from the front angle. So my left hand goes out, right leg goes back, bring them together. So you can see from this angle, you don't see a lot of left to right rocking in my shoulder girdle. Okay, and I'm getting my hip and my shoulder overhead mobility while I get my lower back stability all in one move. So it's a really good move. It tells your system, your nervous system, and your muscular structure to work different activators at the same time. Your shoulder, hip, and your back. All right. We're gonna go ahead and move into like a standing sequence. So after you do that stuff, you can stand up and get some body weight moves. All right. So first move is gonna be this. I think we'll go into. I don't have a wall, but what you're gonna pretend is you're here like this. Let's say there was a wall right here. All right. I'm gonna put my hands on the wall and rock forward, tapping my knee to the wall. Again, pretending there's a wall. I'm outside right now. All right. But you'd be using your hands to support your body weight so that you don't put pressure into the knee and you're stretching the ankle. You're getting this ankle mobility. So the further you can go forward, the better. You want to pull this foot away from the wall and tap your knee to that wall. All right. Again, I'm just going to switch sides, show you from the front. So I want everything to be square. As I'm going forward, I want to make sure my knee's not going in, my knee's not going too far out. Knee is tracking right over the first 2 big toes. you really have one big toe, but the big toe and then the toe right next to the big toe, that's the direction you want your knee going in. So again, pretending there's a wall, you'd be tapping your knee to that wall. Nice and gentle. Good. Next move we'll do is just our lateral squat. Again, it's kind of a stretch, kind of a progression with the first stretch we did, because you're getting this inside leg, but you're gonna sit down to the side. Okay, again, keeping my knee going over that toe. This leg stays straight and going side to side. Again, you can use a wall in front as a balance, as a brace, to kind of brace you. Okay, checking that from the side. Side angle's interesting because when I go to the side, it looks like I'm just doing a squat and the other leg is kind of out to the side. All right. Sometimes if you videotape yourself doing the exercises and then watch your own self do them, it can kind of help you look at how you're doing it. Okay. Next move we're gonna do is just a split squat. So we just take one foot, step it back. A good way to start this is maybe start with one knee on the ground. Make sure you have a 90-degree angle to start off with the back leg, front leg and back leg. Okay. If you have a wall or some sort of stable rail, you can use that to kind of stand up, just like that. Stand up, both legs kind of straighten out. This ankle stays strong. So I don't want my ankle collapsing back like that. I want my ankle to kind of roll forward, so the knee rolls forward, coming up and down 5 times. These things burn. Single leg stuff really burns, but it's great for isolation. All right. Then we switch sides, just to show you from the front, keeping my hips square. So my hip bones are like headlights, facing directly forward, dropping down, coming up. Again, if you have a rail or a wall that you need to kind of get down and up out of this position, use it. This move can be difficult for beginners. All right. And that's it. Last move is a single leg reaching deadlift, all right, or a hinge. We call it a deadlift because sometimes you hold a weight, but pretty much you're going to stand on one leg, hinge the hip, knee bends softly, reaching out. Keeping the back leg straight, standing back tall. This can be difficult to balance on, so again, use a wall or something to do it next to in case you feel like you're losing your balance. I'll show you a few more. That's 2, coming tall. That's 3. Use your glute muscle to stand back up. 4, you're gonna get a little hamstring stretch. And 5. Again, you're hitting that overhead mobility on the arms when you're doing the reach. So I'll show you the front angle. I'm here, coming up. Notice my back foot, my toes are staying pointed down. So keep them pointed down as much as you can. It may be hard to start, like you may end up with the foot a little bit out to the side, but as you get good with it, you'll roll it down, roll the toes down. We'll do 2 more, reaching out, reaching out. Once again, this is Frank Kellogg with Kellogg Fitness. This was more of a mobility warm-up that you start with beginning of the workout to get you movement prepped for all of the exercises and work ahead of the workout. All right, any questions, hit me up.